Why Israel doesn't want Iran to have ballistic missiles? Well, Israel views the nuclear warhead as the bullet and the missile delivery system as the gun. Their argument is simple. Even if the US succeeds in pausing Iran's nuclear enrichment, stopping the bullet, allowing them to continue developing ICBMs, means they are still building the gun. According to Israel, if Iran possesses functional ballistic missile, they could break out to a nuclear weapon in mere weeks. Once they have that, they have an immediate way to fire it, leaving zero time for international intervention. But how does an intercontinental or ballistic missile threat actually endanger Israel right now? While ICBMs are designed to hit Europe or the US, the technology used to build them directly advances the Iranian regime medium-range ballistic missiles. These shorter-range weapons can already reach Tel Aviv and Jerusalem in minutes. Israel fears that without limits, Iran will mass-produce these missiles to the point where they overwhelm the Iron Dome and Arrow defense systems, a fear that was realized during the heavy barrages of the June 2025 conflict. They argue that sanctions relief would release billions of dollars that wouldn't go to infrastructure, but would be funneled immediately into rebuilding missile stockpiles and funding proxies like Hezbollah and the other sponsored group to attack Israel from the north and south. Israel is using the leverage argument. According to Prime Minister Netanyahu has reportedly presented intelligence to President Trump suggesting Iran's ultimate goal is a missile capable of striking the US mainland. By framing this as a direct threat to the American homeland, Israel hopes to force the US to maintain a maximum pressure campaign rather than settling for a limited nuclear-only treaty. What is the red line Israel has set if the US allows the missile program to continue? Israel has conveyed to American officials that if the missile program advances unchecked, they will strike Iran alone. However, they prefer not to do this. Unlike American heavy bombers, Israeli aircraft have difficulty destroying Iran's deeply buried fortified missile bunkers. They need the US military's heavy bunker buster capabilities to effectively destroy the program, but they are willing to act unilaterally if left with no choice. Iran reportedly managed to penetrate Israel's Iron Dome and Arrow missile defense systems using the Fatah-2 missile, which is equipped with a hypersonic glide vehicle capable of reaching speeds between Mach 5 and Mach 20, up to 17,900 kilometers per hour or roughly 10,000 miles per hour. At such extreme speeds, the missile leaves air defense systems like Iron Dome, Arrow, and David's Sling with very little time to detect, track, and engage the threat, making interception efforts exceptionally difficult. This is how it works. The Fatah-2 missile launches with a solid fuel booster that pushes it to hypersonic speeds, reportedly over Mach 15, as it climbs to high altitudes. Once it reaches the edge of the atmosphere, the booster separates and the glide vehicle, carrying the warhead, begins its independent flight. Re-entering the atmosphere at extreme speed, the glide vehicle uses its aerodynamic design and a small liquid fuel engine to maneuver unpredictably, typically flying between 12 and 30 kilometers above the ground. As it approaches the target, it drops to a lower altitude and performs sharp evasive maneuvers at speeds above Mach 5. This combination of speed, agility, and a shifting flight path makes it incredibly hard for air defenses to track or intercept. What sets the Fatah-2 apart from conventional ballistic missiles is its ability to maneuver during flight. While traditional missiles follow predictable parabolic trajectories, the Fatah-2 breaks from this pattern. It uses aerodynamic control surfaces and a movable nozzle powered by hydrazine fuel to adjust its course while gliding through the atmosphere. This is the reason you see the dragon tail all over Israeli sky. These continuous and unpredictable trajectory changes make the missile extremely difficult to track. Its erratic flight path confuses radar systems and overwhelms targeting algorithms that are designed to handle more conventional, stable trajectories. At the core of its propulsion system is a spherical solid fuel engine with a movable nozzle, which allows for precise steering and controlled acceleration during re-entry. This gives the missile the agility to dodge interception attempts more effectively. The warhead, mounted on a maneuverable re-entry vehicle, can further alter its path in the final phase of flight, complicating interception even more and reducing the chances of a successful defense. Iranian officials have claimed that the Fatah-2 also features radar evading capabilities, hinting at possible stealth or low observable technologies. Iran has also asserted that the Fatah-2 has already penetrated Israeli air defenses and struck high-value targets, including military intelligence facilities and the Israeli Air Defense headquarters in Tel Aviv. For context, the earlier Fatah-1 missile is a two-stage, solid-propellant weapon equipped with a maneuverable re-entry vehicle capable of mid-course adjustments and independent flight. Its warhead includes thrust vector control, allowing it to execute evasive maneuvers during both the mid-course and terminal phases of flight, sometimes as close as 100 kilometers from the target. One of Israel's major disadvantages is its small size. In terms of land area, Israel is roughly 75 times smaller than Iran, making Iran about 7,400% larger. This stark contrast highlights just how compact Israel is by comparison. Because of its limited size, virtually any missile launched toward Israel can reach its target within minutes. This drastically reduces the time available for detection, warning, or evacuation. Geographically, Israel stretches about 470 kilometers. This is around 290 miles from north to south, but at its narrowest point it's only around 15 kilometers, which is 9 miles wide, with a maximum width of about 135 kilometers. This is around 84 miles. Because of Iran's larger size,